Okay, it's your brother Israel. I was eating hot Cheetos. That's why I got hot Cheetos on my lips, y'all. Glory, glory to the eternal living God. It's your brother. I got some time. And, you know, it's story time with your brother Jehoshaphat Israel. And I would like to say, just like Joseph, he was a dreamer of dreams. I'm at work too. Y'all see all that black stuff on my face? I'm also a dreamer of dreams. Now, Joseph, he dreamed about stuff that directly affected his life. He dreamed about the near future. Hold on, let me take this off, because I already know the sound is gonna be all messed up, and I'm gonna be mad as hell when I hear the playback to see the quality that is actually done in. Now, family, I can say that I'm a dreamer of dreams. Sometimes I dream and I'm not even the age that I am. Sometimes I could have a dream and I'll be 5 years old. I don't remember nothing, family. I'm in my 40s. When I have dreams when I'm younger, when I'm in my 20s, or I'm 13 or 14 or 17 or 25, I don't remember nothing about my life. I don't remember anything about the world. And the only thing that is focused in on that dream is what's ever going on in that dream. Sometimes I have dreams I'm not even me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even the man that I am. I'm a different color man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different race of a man. I have dreams sometimes that's so lucid, that's so vivid, that I really think that it's reality. Like I tell my brothers and I tell my sisters, I have been everywhere in the galaxy. I have been everywhere in the universe. I have been everywhere on earth. Some people would call it remote viewing of some of the things that I have experienced in my life. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things, like I give you an example. I had a dream that I had a twin brother, and I wasn't even black in the dream. I was a white person in the dream, and I unalive my twin brother, with a rock. This right here was somewhere, looking back at it in the time period, it was around like the 1920s, 1910, somewhere around. It was a long time ago, because they didn't have telephones and computers and TVs. They didn't have none of that stuff. They had the wire. That's what they had. But this is the question that I have, because I also understand that some people's spiritual gift is to interpret dreams. One of their spiritual gifts, to interpretate dreams. Now, if you told me a dream that was affecting you, I could tell you some things, but I'm not an interpreter of dreams. I'm a dreamer of dreams, because God takes me places and he let me see certain things. Now, story time with your brother. I had to give you the backdrop, the backlash of whatever was going on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever was going on, so you could be on the same ground with me when I explain these things. Now, I'm looking for a dreamer of dreams. Well, I'm looking for an interpreter of dreams, because they are out there. That's their spiritual gift, is to interpretate dreams. And this dream, a lot of dreams that I have, I remember them. You know what I'm saying? Vividly. It depends on what happened. They say 5 seconds from when you wake up. The scientists say, you got 5 seconds. When you wake up in the morning time, you got to automatically start thinking about where you was at, what you was doing, what you seen, what happened. You know what I'm saying? I've been so many different places, and I have done so many different things. You know what I'm saying? You can only imagine some of the places that I have been, and some of the things that I ask everybody. I ask him, I'll be all like, what you dream about last night? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, I drew blank. Joseph, all I seen was black, brother. No, it's just the fact that y'all gotta remember. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember. Like, when you go to sleep, your brain just dies, and you don't think about nothing, and you're just sitting there up in the bed. Come on now. It can't be. The scientists say, when you open your eyes, you only have 5 seconds to remember where you were, or it automatically gets recycled and you're not going to remember anything. So every single day when I wake up, I try to remember where the hell I was at and what the hell I was doing. Don't you like it when you're in a dream and something happened that was so bad, and then you wake up and none of that stuff happened and you just happy to be alive? The only dreams I don't like is when, for some reason, I come into money. I come into a lot of money, and when it's time to spend the money, I'm going to get the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm going shopping. As soon as I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get X amount of dollars and I'm gonna go over there. Bam! I wake up every single time. I hate that, you know what I'm saying? But I do love it when something in a dream, something is so life-changing, something happened so bad, that person was going to prison for the rest of their life for what they did, and you woke up and you was like, man, I'm so happy that's not me. I'm so happy that didn't happen to me. I'm so happy that stuff didn't happen to me. I'll be happy for them dreams right there, because I experienced a part of life that I will never have to see. I would never have to see me going through. Why I didn't just do this live? Oh, because I don't have that much time. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the dream itself. Now, in this dream, I was living in New York. I was out of work. I was looking all over New York to try to find a job. I was sleeping in alleys. There wasn't no men homes. And then that's the strange thing about me and my dreams. Sometimes when I dream, I get out of one dream and I go into another dream. I finish that dream off and then I go into another dream. And each dream is 24 hours. So I don't even know how to explain it. That's why I tell y'all that I'm a dreamer of dreams, and I have been a lot of different places. Like people, for the things that I have seen, people would pay for it. For the things that I have seen, it's people, kings and queens, that wish that they could be in my position just to see the horizon of the sun on another planet. They ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You would have to get some type of how can I put it? Some artificial reality to be in the places that I have been. So people will pay a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay a lot of money. I get out of one dream. Some dreams, okay, now when God gives me a vision, I'm there for several days. Even though it's only 24 hours in a daytime, when I go to sleep in a dream, I wake up in the same dream. Remember, I don't remember nothing about where I was, you know what I'm saying, my life, who the president is, what month it is, my children, my mother. I don't remember none of that stuff. All I remember is what's in my face, the here and now. So when I come back from these places, I'll be shocked and amazed, because I know I spent a lot of time there. And when God gives me a vision, I will see the sun. I will see the rising of the sun in that dream, the falling of that dream. I will even go to sleep in the dream and wake up in the same damn dream. This is what I say, dreamer of dreams. Not all people can do that. Not all people was blessed with that gift. For me to sit and tell you that when I dream at nighttime, I will end the dream, go to sleep in the dream, wake up in a completely different dream, somewhere completely else, doing something completely else. But in the visions that God shows me, I stay in the same dreams for several days. The longest I have ever had a vision at nighttime was 7 days. 7 days. You know what I'm saying? 7 days. In a dream, out of dream. No, it's not even out of dream. It's going to sleep in that dream and waking up in the same dream to redo that thing. Oh, this is how I know it's a vision for God, because I'm there more than 5 or 6 days. How do you explain that? Would you believe me by me telling you that? A lot of people will never believe, but those who go through what I'm going through, they just needed somebody to confirm it. Like, damn, Jehoshaphat said, that's what I've been going through. God made me a dreamer of dreams. He made me to see the future. He made me to see the past, and he made me to see the present. Not all people can do that. Just like not all people can understand a dream and give a proper interpretation of what that dreams mean, far as in the deliverance of the message that was rendered unto that person by God. So, okay, now in this dream, I've been everywhere, family. I'm trying to tell you, I've been a lot of different places. I've seen everything from aliens to dinosaurs to the dead walking the earth, you name it. I've been there, and I had to survive. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that I have seen, I can make movies about it. My life in that dream with the world and the conditions that were going on in that time, I have done so much. So in this dream, I was in New York. It was around the 90s. It could have been 97, 98. And I just got out of jail. I didn't have a job, and I found an apartment building, right? I found an apartment building. I started becoming a maintenance worker of the apartment building, fixing fixing stoves and sinks and doing plumbing and hanging shingles, all that type of work. I was doing that. Now, the people in the dream, they told me, they said, at 6 o'clock, you got to get in your house and you got to lock your doors, and your ass bet not come outside. Now, I didn't believe them. You know what I'm saying? I did not believe them when they said that. But at a certain specific time of the day, everybody got off the streets and they locked their ass in their house. Nothing would happen. As long as you went inside your house and shut the windows and shut the doors, wouldn't nothing happen to you. But if you was found out on the street, you will be mutilated to death. You would be mutilated. Now, the people that I was working for, they was all like, Jehosa, you don't believe us. It's really dangerous out here. You will end up getting unalived on these streets. And I'm all like, what's so damn terrifying to where the people are scared like that? You know what I'm saying? Remember, I've been everywhere. I've done everything. I've seen things that people wait 1,000 years to see it, and they've never seen it. And that's God taking me. Remember, God visits a man in his dreams. God takes a person in their dreams. God speaks to a person in their dreams. And people that don't have faith, they don't believe me. They don't believe nothing I'm talking about. But this has been happening to me ever since I was a little boy, all the way to now. Now I can put a label on it. Now I can put a phrase on it. Now I can actually say, this is what happened. Before, I just didn't know what the hell was happening. I was just living like, damn, I didn't even know that alligators had a taste for blood like that, and they be eating people like that. But I was somewhere to where alligators was eating people, you know what I'm saying? And they was getting over to it. Okay, let's go back to the small story. Now, they took me to the dock where they harbor all of the boats and stuff. Now, it was almost sunset. Now, when sunset hit, you seen people rising out the water. Now, these people that was rising out the water, they all looked alike. Every single one of them. And they reminded me because they had masks and they had armor on. You know what I'm saying? They looked like warriors. They had swords and everything. You know what I'm saying? But when you looked at them, you know that they were dead. You know what I'm saying? How do you describe that? Dead soldiers rising out the dead soldiers rising out of the water with old school armor on them, older than knights. The armor that they put on their body was older than a knight's armor. So they were much old of a creation. Now, you would see one row, right? And in this row, remember, the dock could go for 30 miles. It could go for 30 miles. Now, 30 miles wide, you see nothing but soldiers coming out of the water, moving slow and looking dynamic. That's what they looked at like. You know what I'm saying? They looked at kind of evil looking. That's what they looked at like. And they never stopped coming out that water. You know what I'm saying? You would see one side, you would see maybe 100 different soldiers come out the water. Right behind them, like they're walking in unison as like an army, you know what I'm saying? Like troops in an old style warriors where they all clumped up together before they went and fought the opposing army, right? They just never stopped, family. You know what I'm saying? They never stopped coming out that water. And it was so much of them in the streets and then they moved slow too. They didn't run. They didn't have to run because there was so many of them. But when they started coming out that water, you start seeing the masses of their army, and it was infinite. It just never stopped. They just kept on coming out. And whoever they found in the streets, they slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? They slaughtered all of them people. Now, after the first couple of waves, when they started getting close to the edges of the score, that's when we took off running. Now, I pose the question today to those that are interpretators of dreams. What the hell did that mean? The only thing that I can fathom inside of my head is when the locusts came down to torture men for the time that they was allotted to torture men. Just like them swarms of locusts that will come down and eat all the vegetation in one little isolated area, and then they move on and then they devour anything that's out there. That's the same thing that I was reminded when I looked at them dynamic, demonistic monsters because they looked at like demons. You know what I'm saying? They looked at like demons, warriors with their head plates, they chest plate. They looked like warriors of old day. And they didn't look like they played. They looked lifeless, like they didn't have a soul. They didn't talk to each other. They wasn't conversing with one another. They had one sole mission, and that's to wipe anybody that was left in the streets. They found it was so many of them in New York City to where you could not hide from them. They would, in the daytime, at noontime, they would all come out the water. They would take anybody that was living out of the land, drag them back, do whatever they was going to do to them. But at 6 o'clock again, they just going to do it all over again. And the people, they were scared and they were terrified, and they hid and they ran inside of their homes. Now, my question that I asked for those who dream dreams, what did that mean? I'm not an interpreter of dreams, so I don't know. I just seen it. So that's my question right there. Every so often I get up here and I ask y'all about some of the things that I have seen. This is just one more episode where I'm telling you, hey, this happened to me. This is what I seen. What does it mean? So if there's an interpreter out there and they have the proper interpretation of this dream, please write it down. Please get in the inbox. Please contact me on my email and talk to me. Please, please. What does that mean? Peace and blessings be to your day. Glory, glory to the eternal living God.